There was a lot that didn't go UCLA's way that entire game, starting with the defense and then not being able to come through on offense. So it was a tough job for Tinsley on Friday, and I'll bet she's really excited to have another opportunity at the Wildcats today.
Strike two. On the ground past the second baseman, Savannah Pola, and Grace Nito continues to rake in the leadoff spot for Northwestern.
Pitches, and then just had to stay quiet and fire the barrel on the speed.
Entered the weekend batting .379, just a first year for the Cats. 1 for 8 in the first 2 games of this series. Hunting at the first pitch, it's caught on a flare by the shortstop Kanaya Brett. It's been the bottom of the lineup, Amanda, that has really generated a lot of the runs for Northwestern. This is slapped and picked up on a bounce by Alexis Ramirez, the catcher. It's been a long time since Ramirez started a game. A knee injury cost her the majority of the 2024 season and the first half, well over a year here today. Kansas Robinson grounds it to second. Pola to short. The relay throw to first is in time. Runners on first and third after Robinson is safe.
And almost an opportunity for a double play. Great job, Pola.
This is hit hard past Pola at second. It scores Nito from third, and Northwestern takes a 1-0 lead. Then the throw nearly gets into the dugout, third base side.
Who had a couple of hits yesterday, including a home run. A nice base hit RBI to right field. Caitlin
1-2
today.
9 strikeout performance for UCLA yesterday. She's out there in right field. And that's a big strikeout for Taylor Tinsley to catch Bridget Donahue looking.
They were swinging the stick yesterday, and they expect a better performance out of themselves against Boyd today.
This is on the ground to second. Nito retires Clements, and there's one away.
Yeah, Saborski has both been stellar behind the plate, including that gem Boyd threw on Friday, but then yesterday, we kept talking about her ability to transition from pitcher to pitcher. Great stick.
1-0 to Savannah Pola, just behind the bag at first, and Kansas Robinson takes care of Pola.
Boyd is throwing a lot of strikes. UCLA is swinging early in the count. Because she's got that off speed, it's important to make sure you're on time.
Only 12 strikeouts on the season for Jordan Woolery, the junior from Walnut Creek, California, up in the Bay Area. Hitting .420 on the season after a 3-hit afternoon yesterday. Opposite way, Kansas Robinson is there, and the first baseman wins a foot race with.
Well, it's just rough when you do it before the game because there's so many emotions around it. You kind of stir it up, not just for the athletes on the field, but the coaching staff as well. I'm sure when every one of those seniors walks out, you reflect back on.
2-1 now on Saborski, who's carved out a nice role largely as a pinch hitter for Kate Drohan this season for the Cats, but did not hit a home run at all her junior year. Kind of going out on her terms, but Tinsley strikes her out with a rise ball. Lindsay is also a senior, ironically from Iowa City, Iowa, another Big Ten town.
Get into these counts a lot, getting ahead, working no balls,
2-2, peeled right back.
To get the swing and miss.
Lindsay pulls it to third. Woolery across the diamond, and there are 2 outs.
Positioning of those corners, Woolery by the bag.
already against UCLA, one Friday, one Saturday. Swing and a miss, strike three. Tinsley makes quick work. And she gets hit on the first pitch. Somewhat anticlimactic, Amanda, but Grant takes her base.
Grant to hit the pitch, so you have a couple of different options, this being one of, Grant in that leadoff position. When I'm looking through her stats, I'm thinking, man, she would be.
You look ahead to the postseason, Amanda, and getting Ramirez bat in the lineup with the kind of power she's shown in this series, that's a huge asset for UCLA to go along with what they already have.
Well, that's a huge goal of theirs.
To third. Donahue starts the relay and the throw to first, not in time. Ramirez legs out the double play.
Take a look at this replay by Ramirez.
Slim's batting average has climbed over 500 in this series, and it was trending up before that as well. 3 for 4 on the weekend. Slim slices it up the third base line. Donahue holds on to the ball.
And because Donahue's back behind the base, you can see how deep she is. She has to run in, beat that out.
Brings up Kanaya Bragg.
Exciting, that's fun. Yes, I went to Pacifica.
Swing and a miss.
And a really tough pitch. She goes off speed. Look at how much spin is on that ball. Starts at the knees. Now Lauren Boyd has a similar approach that we're seeing from Tinsley on the other side. A lot of changeups being thrown back to back with the hard inside. So now if you're Mojica, you're thinking, got to protect against that off-speed pitch. She will throw it again. But also, she's got that heat I've got to get the barrel to.
Struck her out looking. Beautiful pitch from Lauren Boyd. UCLA strands runners on first inning. 1, 2, and 3 due up for Northwestern. Taylor Tinsley throws one in the zone for Grace Nito. And she's retired by the shortstop, Kanaya Bragg. One pitch.
Showing some great range and a strong arm. Bragg over at shortstop.
Avasado, deep left, it is caught! Riley Slim with a beautiful catch at the wall.
And Slim, she is just a freshman, but she understands where she is. This ball is deep. And instead of waiting for it off the wall, she goes up and gets it. Great read, has that arm extended, looking, feeling for the wall.
Slimp at 5'11", using her height to pull that one in. A play made at the wall to keep the bases clear. Slapped ball foul up along first. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. Tinsley picks up another punch out. She's got 4 inning, but both starting pitchers in a rematch of Friday have been really good early on.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch because you would think the way the hitters.
Caitlin Terry, who was the starter in the circle yesterday for UCLA, she threw a complete game, allowed 8 runs, 7 earned, but struck out 9, and It was a crazy back and forth game yesterday. UCLA led 11-0 at one point before Northwestern ripped off 8 unanswered. Bouncing ball to third, Donahue on the move. Jessica Clements has had a good series hitting around Northwestern's defense. Grounded out to second in the first inning today. Clements lifts a 2-1 pitch to right center and down for a base hit at the base of the wall. Clements missed 2 bag.
Clements tags this down and in pitch off the center field fence. Those long strides, quick speeds in, standing up for a double.
Savannah Pola in the 2-hole, Big Ten hits leader. And she drops a bunt, fielded by no one as Boyd and Saborski got their wires crossed, and still some motion on the bases here. Pola now in a rundown between first and second. Clements got to third on the play. She stays theirs. Of the lack of communication, but it doesn't result in any advancement of any runner, so it should just be a bunt single.
Yeah, that's a bunt single.
Kate Drohan in her 24th season as Northwestern's head coach. And head coach Kellyanoi Perez, who's taken the Bruins to 10 trips to the Women's College World Series in 19 seasons. Woolery did ground into a double play. Bouncing ball to third. Donahue throws home. Safe at the plate. Clements scores.
And this is a rough play because Woolery doesn't hit it really hard. Great job Donahue does of charging hard. But watch Clements gets that jump. As soon as she sees the angle down in the dirt, she hustles home. That's a tough play from Donahue.
Grant was hit on the first pitch of her plate appearance 1 inning ago. 23 home runs, most in the Big Ten, 73 RBI, most in the conference as well. Strike called, 0-1.
Well, the crowd for UCLA didn't like this.
Bouncing ball past Donahue and into left field. It's a base hit. Hatch scores the second run for UCLA.
And gets past her, a ball that she would say she should be able to handle, but instead goes off the outside of her glove. Lauren Hatch is
on first. Grant on second. And Riley Slimp in the air to center. It's run down by Ayanna Lindsay, and Grant scampers back to second. Ball gets away from Saborski. Both runners advance.
And Saborski is trying to pull this ball into the strike zone.
Bragg knuckles one to second. Nito throws her out as Kansas Robinson leads off the top of the fourth for Northwestern, looking at a strike from Taylor Tinsley, who's got 4 strikeouts through 3 innings. What? She lofts this ball to left, and Riley Slimp, a few steps shy of the track, makes the putout.
Yeah, I've been really in tune to what the defense has been doing, but UCLA hasn't played the depth that Northwestern has. They've always kind
of... Izzy Kania pops the ball high into the air, and the shortstop, Kanaya Bragg, coming over from short. One-0 pitch. Cats would love to have Bridget Donahue get going here in this series. Has not registered a hit since. This is bunted. Woolery watching it, and it's fair. Picked up off the chalk. It just did not roll completely. Donahue thought about taking second.
Well, and sometimes it takes something like this to get yourself going, and Donahue finds the chalk line as close to see if it'll roll.
Throw to second, Donahue, she's out. Alexis Ramirez with the caught stealing to retire the side. 3-1 UCLA, the Bruins flexing their defensive muscles in this game to steal base runners from Northwestern. How about this? Between regular season and tournament championships, the new into the Big Ten, Amanda, you know, talking with people such as yourself with longtime affiliations with the Pac 8, 10, 12. You know, how does it feel to be almost 1 year into the Big Ten?
You know, surprisingly, has adapted pretty well so far.
Mojica grounds it up the middle. Great play by Grace Nito, the second baseman, ranging to her right behind the bag.
I mean, absolutely crushed, but look at where Nito's playing. She only has to go about 2 to 3 steps to her right, but that is a clear up the middle single in any traditional defense.
Is started every game at second base for Northwestern this season. Caitlin Terry pulls it up to first, and it's caught by Kansas Robinson.
Turns hard over with the snag. Okay, everyone's gotten the itches out. We're just going to kind of play good, solid softball all around, and that's what we've seen.
Clements lifts it into left, and it's caught by Isabel Kania. How was the tailgating scene when you were playing here, Amanda? Was it as legit as it was today before senior day?
You know, I'd say we set the tone, I think. Well, I don't know. It was during my career. I'm biased, but yeah.
2-2. Strike 3. Zaborski finally retired, 1 out.
Finish pitch that Tinsley's been looking for 3 or 4 innings. We're in the 5th.
Bragg retires Lindsay on 1.
Turns the order over really well.
And she's had an impact defensively on this game.
That was a huge throw out to get Donahue stealing, coming up in those situations and knowing you can do it and executing plays like that.
Garden flies out to Slimp in left, just inside the line. Another 3-up, 3-down inning for Taylor Tinsley. Savannah Pola leads off the bottom of the 5th for UCLA with ball 1. Bruins were just in Ann Arbor, Michigan last weekend, so they're turning around, heading right back to the Eastern time zone next weekend.
And that's one of the challenges we were talking about being in this new conference in the Big Ten is not only are the time zones changing, sleep schedules change, weather changes, these student athletes are still
Pola drives the ball to right center, and Lindsay makes the catch on the track.
That's a fantastic catch in center field, but Pola just having a senior season, dropping a gorgeous.
Fielder's choice RBI for Woolery today to bring her RBI count up to 72 now on the season, just one shy of her teammate Megan Grant for the team lead.
And they just continue to get better.
Ball 4 to Woolery. She works a one-out walk. Pulled to first. Robinson tags the bag and throws off the glove of Avasado, the shortstop, and Woolery gets up and jogs to third with the ball rolling into left field.
A lighthearted conversation. As this ball, look where Kansas Robinson is playing. She's so close to her bag. She touches it for the out at first and then throws across, trying to get that second tag play at second base.
2-2 with 2 outs, a runner on third, bottom 5. And Ramirez in the air, right center field. It is caught. He was eventually caught stealing, but what a start for the UCLA junior, who hands the ball to freshman Addison Fisher. Sustained a loss on her record, one of just 4 pitchers in all of D1 softball with an unblemished ledger this late in the season. Nito, a flare, and it falls for a base hit in front of the dive of Jessica Clements.
And Clements is going all out, and as soon as she notices...
Looked like it was at least extra bases off the bat. A dribbler foul. That's Sofia Mujica in the game catching for UCLA. We were told that Alexis Ramirez, who started the game catching, would not play the entire game defensively. On the starting lineup card today. Avasado grounds to third, Woolery to second, relay throw to first. The ball is dropped by Grant.
To Woolery, who knows exactly what she wants to do with this, throws a strike, and then Pola knows she's got to hustle. And Addison Fisher has had her fair share of starts in this season, but has also been utilized a lot in that relief role.
That's grounded up the middle, a base hit into center field.
And Nader with a solid hit up the middle.
And this is grounded up first and foul. Just below the bag, Megan Grant gloved the ball, almost wished it were fair, because it would have been a double play opportunity for UCLA. Robinson representing the go-ahead run at the plate. And she pulls it to second. Pola underhands to Grant on second and third.
Now moves the base runners over into scoring position, score a run.
Isabel Cunha, a dribbler, kind of in no man's land. Grant has no play.
And as soon as I said it's going to take a solid base hit, all the scenarios went through my head as to how Northwestern can score. We'll see if Northwestern tries anything on the bases with 2 outs, that runner on third, to try to squeak across that tying run. At bat by Donahue. A couple of those pitches were pretty close.
Well, remember, in a much different kind of game yesterday, much more runs were scored yesterday.
That when you're down by just 1 run, with so much of the game left in their eyes, they've got the belief that they can do this.
3 runs, a home run, and an RBI entering today. Also 6 for her last 18, so expanding the sample size a little bit. Saborski has been consistent at the plate in April and now into early May. And Donahue on first. Saborski, foul ball. Ends up out of the zone, but tough to lay off. Saborski, left field, curling foul, and just beyond the reach of Riley Slimp, who almost ran that one down for the inning-ending out.
Also keeping her eye out for that off speed.
Saborski, center field, a base hit. Nader scores. Cunha scores. And here comes Donahue.
Saborski coming through with such a clutch base hit up the middle just in front of Clement.
Addison Fisher came into the game to start this inning after Taylor Tinsley started and threw the first 5. Well, the Cardiac Cats getting it done late on the road against UCLA, trying to win this series, the final series of the regular season. UCLA has lost a 3-1 lead here in the top of the 6th inning. 4 runs have scored. And UCLA has put its starter back into the ballgame. Taylor Tinsley deals a strike to Ayanna Lindsay. Pulled foul up along third. Struck her out. Tinsley does get out of the inning. She strikes out Lindsay. 1-0. Slimp has been a tough out this series. Flew out to center in the 3rd, but hasn't been retired much. Bouncing ball to short. Avasado retires Slimp, who's 1 for 3 on the day. As you see the 2-1 pitch that made the count from Boyd. Fair ball to 3rd. Donahue retires Bragg. 2 up and 2 down. Swing and a miss, struck her out. And the inning is over. Garden rolls it to Pola at second. Nice play. Nito lines it to 3rd, and Jordan Woolery catches it.
Yeah, coming right back through the zone with the curveball. 2 outs here. You don't want to put any hitter on via the free pass. You want to go right at and allow your defense to get that 3rd out.
That ball foul from the moment it left the bat. It left the yard for what it's worth.
Foul, even though she connected on it.
To 3rd. Woolery takes care of Avasado. And Northwestern takes a 2-run. Terry working on a 6-game hit streak coming into this game. 1-2 the count. She's 0 for 2 today. Rally caps are on. Rally visors are on in the UCLA dugout. Bouncing ball. Kansas Robinson got the tag on. Terry is out.
Kansas Robinson had to make a quick decision on this. Terry out of the box. It looked like it was going to be trouble. And that's a tough spot for Terry to be in because she's trying to not only avoid the tag, but also get...
Just another one of those 50-50 plays, you could call them, that more often than not Northwestern has made this weekend.
Base runner at a time.
As Clemens grounds this one to second. Bruins are down to their final out, and they just haven't been able to.
Came out and absolutely handed it to the Bruins on Friday. She has continued to make the adjustments in the circle as UCLA is trying to do the same in the box.
Defense work behind her.
He said not that outcome is going to be what you're looking for.
To the plate one last time. That's ball 4 to Savannah Pola. Don't go anywhere. The 0-1. In the air. On the diamond. Robinson makes the catch at first, and Northwestern wins the series. 13 beautiful innings from Lauren Boyd. And the Cats take 2 on the road against UCLA. Final thoughts, Amanda?